Even Goichi doing some commentary at the Japan Saga event, right, since he was hurt for a little while there. So now we get to see them back in the fold, playing tomorrow, obviously, as we stay UIU. LV collab-looking hitbox there. We jump into our first match, first LCQ, Tachikawa of Japan versus Cloud805 from the US of A.
Oh, it's going to be a real good one. Both of these guys, lab monsters, always optimal.
And that Gotenks, obviously, you know, the threat. Tachikawa with the funky team. And we get the hit theme in the background as well. But 18 so good. And this team is a little weird, right? I kind of brought it up already, but unusual, unorthodox team in 18 hit Frieza. But it has a lot of synergy. I think as you watch, you'll kind of be impressed by how Tachikawa has pieced this team together. The Ghost Aki, but protected. They must have listened to that voiceover Pete video to protect Hook Gang God from the voice Aki.
Yeah, great start from Tachikawa. Looking for the tech. Chases in. No buttons being pressed. Respect shown on both sides.
Yeah, 17 call break on the Dragon Rush.
That's what Yipes called for at the beginning, right? You got to break the Dragon Rushes today.
You got to be ready. Snap. 50-50. Oh, he was going to set up a fuzzy, but double jump out of there from Tachikawa. Calls it out. Snap into that Gotenks.
Now you got to fight with solo Gotenks. Gets the overhead and then the low. Yeah, excuse me, another overhead.
Those overheads from hit, I mean, you can't see them, right? You just have to guess that they're going to come out, but they don't lead into much, right? So even though you land them, it doesn't do too much damage. Super dash.
Oh, usually that super dash follow-up works. Nice jump medium from Cloud805.
Elbow drop. Yeah, he's leveled up. Run up, jump back in the front. Early spark tag from Tachikawa. And if he gets a hit here, but the confirm from Cloud805. Fast fall, Tien assist. Good damage, good meter build, and going to waste out the sparking.
He's going to take the corner situation, wakes up with a 3, that's going to whiff.
Oh, super dash flip straight down, no punish, and the 2H on the anti-air. Tachikawa ready for it as he gets in Frieza early. Set up here with the disc. DP out of there.
Man, just completely dodged the saucers as well, going to put hit in. Oh, no fuzzy, we just going low.
He faked it. He knew Tachikawa was going to expect the big brain play, so he just goes for the 2M instead of that instant overhead. Nice choice. First kill here, first blood for Cloud805.
And that was a greedy way to go low, right? He didn't go with the stand 5L or anything like that. He was like, I want the medium starter. Let him know.
Yeah, good damage on it. It's a 50-50. What are you going to do about it? All right, big start. And the tag in 18. He does that a lot, right? Because 18 on point with Frieza assist, and then 17, oof. It's going to be a much better mix-ups, as you see there, than keeping Frieza in with 18 barrier. Not really as useful for running the off.
Yeah, 18 so deceptive, especially with a Frieza assist, big explosion. She gets you all mixed up with the 17. It's a lot of nonsense. Cloud still spinning on his sparking, though. A great defensive option in case the pressure gets too overwhelming.
Nice block on the overhead, actually. Uses the challenge to the lock, 18 down, but the double air dash LL. 17 assist, super dash up for the finish. No level 3 just yet, but there it is. And the Yoki you get off this is really good.
Yeah, I gotta imagine Cloud805 looking to spark here, but Tachikawa might be looking for a bait.
Yeah, you can bait with 17 if you want. We'll see what Tachikawa chooses to do. Block in. Yeah, jump in block was a good choice. Hold the spawn.
Here to the corner. What a dash out air to air from Tachikawa.
Ready for it. Sparked up. This is pretty big here. Yeah, take the level 3 again, trying to waste out some of that sparking time. We saw empty vanish last time from Cloud. We'll see maybe what the defensive option is here. Something like reflect tag, maybe DP. Oh, we mentioned the Oki is good, and it's just that good. No block from Cloud. Doesn't build 2 meters. 17 flying the wrong way. Cloud, you got to imagine he wants Gohan out, but you don't want to be risky about it. The bait, but Tien assist.
What a coverage, and then he tried to get the 5L as he landed, but Tachikawa spending some more time in the air via super dash and blows him up.
Yeah, good choice. Solo Tien. No sparking to keep himself alive, and air dash back over H. Going to build a lot of bar on this combo as well. Tachikawa looking good here. 17 mix up, goes low. That was messed up.
That was gross. Tachikawa taking the first game.
You saw like 17 was whiffing in the air, and Cloud's like, all right, I'm going to get the block to 17, and then I'll be on the ground, and then it was too late. 17 missed, but 18 didn't. Got the 2L on the mix-up at the end. Tachikawa ready for the day. He's trying to win this LCQ.
As Majin Obama would say, when it comes to Android 18, you got to keep your eye on the birdie. It's hard.
Birdie. Exactly.
Android 17 plus all these explosion assists, it's very difficult to do so.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one of those situations where even if you try to watch her, they just blend in. You can't tell what's happening. All right, confirmed. There's a Tien assist for Gotenks. We didn't see Gotenks live too long last time. All right, the drop. Cloud trying to set up the Ghost at the right position. He might be a little too close. Reflect. Yeah, used the assist there to try to get out, but it couldn't work. Gonna be simple combo.
Yo, we got auto combos from Cloud. Ever the optimal player.
Yeah, if you ever get that smash that you saw there, you can do that actually. Frieza extension, but nothing else from Tachikawa. Kind of weird confirmed.
Oh, pokes out of the Dragon Rush. Good stuff from Cloud 805. Gets a super jump combo as well.
And that's one of the things that people have started to do a lot more, right? When they recognize that someone's going to tick into a Dragon Rush, just mash instead of trying to get the break. So keep it really close. Calls that hit assist to try to absorb it again. Auto combo mix up. Overhead plus Gohan, but man, Tachikawa's defense is really solid. Tien assist. Goes low. You just got to block all day long. Gonna be the kill here. Level up Gohan. No, just takes the kill with Gotenks. Surprised we didn't see him get him out of there so the blue life would come back.
That's the thing about Gotenks, right? He can keep you jailed for so long. Then goes with the H Beyblade into the Tien assist. Perfect coverage.
Yeah, his auto combo is incredible. So good. All right, Ghost Oki mid-screen instead of taking the mix-up. Dragon Rush. Good break. All right, Vanish confirmed. See, maybe the tag and a hit? No, wants to keep Frieza on point. Goes for the air dash pressure after hit assist available.
Oh, the crouch L's.
I think because the assist was gone, he thought that he might go for the Dragon Rush. The super dash, yeah, doesn't catch the vanish there like he used to.
Tachikawa trying to keep the screen space. Goes to the overhead again, but Cloud's got good reactions and then blows up the Dragon Rush instead with the raw attack.
It's going to be a snap. Bring in hit here. Tall character. Air dash again. Gohan assist available. The Dragon Rush, no break.
This is a good lead for Cloud 805, but let's not forget he had the character advantage and the sparking advantage in the first game as well.
Yeah, so that's the level 1. Gonna bring in the Ghost. Gohan leveled up. Oh, missed the Dragon Rush. Overhead, yeah. That's 2 from hits. Yeah, it's so good. It's one of those things that just keeps hitting you and getting damaged. The old faithful goes for the M stance. M to get that cross up.
He's doing that to condition for a crouch medium later, but we got a sparking from Cloud. Try to take out this hit, and he's going to do so as long as he completes the combo, but doesn't. Takes him down anyway.
Yeah, the drop, but it didn't end up mattering too much. I think this game is going to be pretty tough for Cloud to lose. Sparking ready. And,
I believe that was a reflect attempt, but it got turned into a Masenko.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Beat him a little late. Air dash? Or forward dash to chase it down. Let's see what he's got on the Oki here after the level 3, I imagine. Not quite the kill. Cloud maybe a DP. No, just crouch blocks and gets eaten up. The Oki situation there happens so fast.
Yeah,
right?
the wake-up timing on the end of that level 3 is very different from most level 3s in the game.
Gets over the screen beam, but not too much of a punish. But the second hit of the 2M actually caught the Tien tag. Level 3 again.
Gotta be ready this time.
Jump back H. This is big. Tachikawa working on it. No more sparking for Cloud. Not the end of the combo. It wouldn't have been a kill. Overhead, no block. The Dragon Rush, no break.
He's just conditioning Cloud to sit there and block. Cloud gotta make something happen here. 7 bars with the Gotenks. All the momentum that he had is in Tachikawa's corner now.
Guard cancel out. A little bit of damage. And Cloud has so much meter here. Holds that H. This is gonna be advantage confirmed. Oh man, he's working on that 3rd bar as well. Went for the, yeah, he tried to tech.
Doesn't catch him with the jump M either.
Yeah, that Dragon Rush is supposed to be a tech catch. The 2 heavy from Cloud. This is huge.
Yeah, gonna go with the level 3.
Donut.
Oh man.
Gonna drop him after the level 3. We'll see what Cloud does. Run up. He's gonna bait a vanish. Any kind of Oki option. The level Golden Frieza.
Super smart from Tachikawa. Gets him out of any Oki situation that Cloud was gonna present.
H Beyblade, he baited it! Tachikawa with Golden Frieza is going to take out Cloud 2-0. What a beautiful choice. Ran under, called out the Beyblade, crouching heavy. 2H.
What a risk from Cloud right there.
And you see the people cheering in the background, the LED. They're like, yeah!
What in the world? Going with the H Beyblade, really testing Tachikawa, but that is a young man. Do not test him.
Perfect. And the thing is because in that situation, in my head, I was thinking Cloud was going to super that, try to meaty that scenario, right? But instead, he's just like, let me run all the way under over here, see what you're going to do. Boom, blow him up with the 2 heavy. Perfect. That was absolutely perfect from Tachikawa. Ready for it. 2-0 moving on, and that was top 16, right?
Yeah.
And a top 16, you have to remember, there's no losers bracket. So there's, you know, kind of that situation where he just moves on and he's like, all right, I'm in top 8 winners, one more match, and I'm out of that. So cruising right along as we take a look at the replay here. That's that tail end of that Frieza comeback where he got the Dragon Rush after that raw overhead. Cloud didn't hit a button, didn't break it. And this is that crazy scenario at the end where we saw Tachikawa really just sitting nice and comfortable on the solo Frieza, which is where he ends up a lot of the time.
And they're going with the H rush punches to keep the pressure here. Again, nice reflect. Tachikawa is so experienced against Gotenks, right? He has a lot of anti-guard cancel stuff. Oh, didn't convert off that either. That was a good air Dragon Rush reset attempt, but Cloud was aware. Got the 2H afterwards here as well. Low profile 2H, very useful against those super dash, air dash cancels.
Yeah, and I love the level 3 here on Wake Up from Tachikawa, right? Like, he knows, like, all right, the Oki that you get after this is not crazy. I'm just going to get golden and see what you do. Right, get that golden Frieza going, that level 3, and then I love run forward. 2H, perfect. That was such a good call out from Tachikawa, ready for it. As you mentioned, so much experience against Gotenks. So he was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what to do here. No problem. I'm going to run under. Oh, you're going to Beyblade. Boom. That's the end.
Yeah, he talks about playing against Kazunoko all the time, right? Talks about how he's able to defeat Kazunoko on a regular basis. And we haven't seen that much when it comes to the tournament, but he's talked about it. And he's had plenty of experience. Cloud's team, of course, just 2/3 of Kazunoko's team. He's very used to the situations he found himself in.
Yeah, just that Tien instead of Yamcha, right?
Yeah.
And even last night there was like a stream that Kazunoko was doing where he's playing Tachikawa. They're all grinding sessions to try to get ready. Everybody was like, you know, trying to play Kazunoko because they're qualified.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, I don't even have to play you tomorrow. I might as well just try to grind as many games as I can. And Kazunoko, I mean, one of the 4 players qualified already, obviously. He's just chilling.
I was going to say, that's nice of Kazunoko because he didn't take the Japan Saga off. He was like, I'm taking the Dragon Ball, but I'll prep you guys for the LCQ, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing you have to think about, too, is that there's no advantage to winning multiple Dragon Balls except that you make everybody have to do this today. The big advantage is that you get to relax today as Kazunoko while everybody is fighting to the death.
Yeah, you get to relax while everyone goes through one of the biggest tests of their endurance that they've ever had in fighting games, right? We never really have something like this.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, there's been like multiple LCQs for other games.
Yeah.
But Dragon Ball matches count as like 5 of another like fighting game match. So when you think about it like that, it's really like there's like 20 LCQs today. It's like, man, how are we gonna go through 20 LCQs? It's gonna be so long. But you know, I expect that the number, even though we had 209 entrants, I expect the next LCQ, some people might take a break. They might just be too tired. Then I'll answer the next one. And then the third one, it's going to be a little less. And the fourth one, a little less. And each time, it's going to be one of those situations where all the killers are still there, but we kind of just get into the nitty-gritty of this.
And that's one of the interesting aspects of something like this, right? We're having 4 LCQs in one day. It really tests how the player goes about playing fighting games for the entire day. Whether they peak early, whether they're better after warming up, multiple LCQs under their belt, they might be playing better. It's all about how the different player is going to approach this. Like, I think someone like Apology Man, right, whose biggest critique is his mental game, his mental fortitude. I think he really needs to perform and peak here early in the LCQs rather than later.
And the thing, too, though, is that I think that this kind of environment helps people who are super tournament experienced, right?
Yes.
Like, if you have ever been a multi-game player, you've already played lots of different games at an event, you kind of already go through the struggle of, competing in multiple games at the same time, having this long, stressful day. Like, how often in other games are you getting, like, eliminated 3 times in one day and then still have to play another tournament, right? If you're not a multi-game specialist, if you don't have experience in this kind of environment, it's going to be tough. So I think the nice thing about Dragon Ball is that most players are multi-game players.
Indeed.
So they kind of have experience in that sort of environment. And we see a very interesting match. We have Japan versus Europe, France in particular here. I think a lot of people are big fans of the man you're going to see here, the lab monster himself. It's going to be a great match. I'm excited to see this. We're kind of getting into that situation where we're looking at top 8 winners matches where people are going to end up there, and then top 4 finals of this event. As we mentioned, 2 out of 3 all the way until the finals of the LCQ, which is going to be 3 out of 5.
Indeed, and to get to this point, Alioune defeated Super Noon 2-0, Aqua defeating Apology Man 2-1.
Yeah, we see the top 8 bracket there. Dogra versus No Kami. We saw Tachikawa qualify earlier. Alioune versus Aqua. This is winner side top 8. Winner, this is going to be moving on. We see that other side down there, No Kami. Evo finalist made it up there. He's going to be playing up against Dogra. And the thing about Dogra is that I think usually most of his losses at tournaments come to the 4 people qualified, right? So I think there's a lot of people you look at on this list, and who did they lose to in tournament usually? And the answer is almost always the 4 people that qualify. So it's one of those situations where they all sort of, just have to battle against each other to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, and the winner of Moke and Souji is going to be the one playing Tachikawa. So,
yeah, I think Moke probably on the top of everybody's list to be one of the qualifiers for today as well. So good. And I think, like, you know, he makes Kazunoko was like, yeah, Trunks is top 5. Yeah. And like to say something like that, everybody's like, what? You must be crazy. Like, nah, man. Play Moke and tell me otherwise. Play that guy and tell me that Trunks isn't crazy. All right. We'll see about it. So, Aqua versus Alioune. Obviously, Alioune from France. I think everybody very familiar with his team is very different. And he's super technical, right? He's one of those players where, you know, if somebody's like, yeah, this, you know, there's an option select one frame thing you have to input. It's super difficult. Alioune's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's tournament viable, bro. Why don't you just do it?
He's definitely one of those players, right, that makes these things that people believe to only be practice mode situations into tournament situations.
Yeah, and that's a dangerous opponent because you can't count on them to be lazy, right? I think there are players that are fundamentally extremely sound, but when it comes to like the technical side, they can be maybe a bit more lazy, or maybe that's not the approach that they have. But Alioune's like, yeah, I'm solid, and I also have all the tech. As you see, he's rocking his normal team. 21 M.Buu Yamcha, but you're going to have to deal with Ginyu early, and I got to tell you, this is one of those teams where the 2-point characters for Aqua, right, Ginyu and Gotenks, if you don't kill them, they can just steamroll your team.
Yes, absolutely.
Yamcha just gets eaten up, though.
2 characters that ride the momentum hard as anybody in Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Raccoon Beam, and he super dashes in. He knows he has to stay out of the air. Spark up. I like that choice. You got to kill 21 or M.Buu very quickly, and I think that it's worth dumping some meter here to get the job done. Charge up, level 1, and the ghost afterwards to try to get as much damage as possible. Aqua, early kill on this 21 from Alioune.
I like that indeed. Taking the advantage 3-2, dismantling one part of the team.
Yeah, and M.Buu, this is one of those characters that when he hits you, puts you in that standing reset situation. Very difficult to deal with.
Big jump ace trying to tag him, but the Tien assist blows him up. Yes, we're going to use both assists for the combo. Let me get that smash.
Gonna be float back, set up the ghost. See what Alioune's option is. Double jump, try to get out of there with M.Buu. I like that choice. He put himself in the air, but obviously Aqua ready for it. Sparks up to try to get out of that situation. Level 2 sparking from Alioune. Air to air. Yeah, that jab from M.Buu. You gotta respect it. Snap. Fuzzy. Oh, he knew about it.
Block.
No block on the overhead after those. Side switch from Alioune. Yamcha assist available here. Drop him. Standing reset. What's the block? The Dragon Rush. He tried to reflect the call out.
Alioune 7 bars on deck now. You are fighting a dangerous man here.
All right, put him back into the Yamcha assist. Going to be level 1, level 3.
Oh, we're going all the way. Give me a level 3 after this. Ooh.
Much damage as you can get on that. 2-touch. 2 touches. You thought you were fine. You're like, all right, everything's going okay. I avoided the sparking. Man. Immediately smoked. And yeah, this is a dangerous spot to be too. You spent your sparking, right, for both characters, but M.Buu's still alive. And you lost Tien for this for Aqua's team, right? That's the assist character that he really needs to keep alive.
We'll try to catch Aqua pressing a button after that nice vanish out of the M.Buu fake fist.
Overhead plus Ginyu. Don't fix it if it isn't broken, man. Sometimes you just gotta go for the simple stuff. Backdash ghost.
I see. Oh, Alioune with the delayed rise as well, just respecting it here.
Auto combo mix up, the Dragon Rush, nice break.
Right back with the Beyblade.
It's so good. All right, not gonna have an additional mix up after that. Yeah, that was his last chance.
Oh,
what
no.
in the? He just down teched too heavy and he went for a Dragon Rush. Incoming mix up again, fuzzy or no fuzzy. Oh, the overhead at the end.
Came down with the glutes, you gotta watch out.
Dash up that H, it goes so far in this version. Dropping a Yamcha. Standing reset again, the guess. Stagger pressure, overhead. Sometimes, if you don't play against this character often, you just don't know. Yamcha.
And that's been the weakness when it comes to Aqua's defense against Majin Buu is that overhead.
Struggling with it.
No!
He missed it. That's a big drop. Alioune had it. Birder, he's going to have both for the Comet Crash and the Dragon Rush. No break. Alioune had it, man.
That's the Ginyu classic, baby. You see Birder and Jace winding up, and you don't want to press a button.
Oh, man, I can't believe he dropped it. That is a real bad sign for Alioune.
So much blue life going to be gotten back with this Ginyu. Now you got to hold this Gotenks on top of it.
The low, but Wake Up Reflect. We've seen Wake Up Reflect a lot from Alioune.
Give me that blue life.
Snap. Incoming mix up. Fuzzy. Oh,
doesn't block the instant overhead.
Drop the combo, though. You hit the cool part. You got the Twitter video, but you didn't get the extra part.
This is twice now. Alioune has let this Ginyu live when he shouldn't have.
All right, Raccoon Beam.
Oh,
air dash
no.
over. No block. That's going to be the kill with no meter spent. And he gets Gotenks back in. Alioune, please.
All off the cross-up jump and with Ginyu, a character that should have been done seconds ago.
You got to kill him. You hit the hard part. You did the sick part. Just kill him. Using that screen beam. And this is Solo Yamcha. When he has meter, he is a dangerous anchor character, right? So something you got to watch out. The too heavy.
The spirit of Kazunoko.
Doesn't have enough meter to do level 1, level 3. So we're going to try to extend it as far as he can and get the kill here with the Spirit Ball. Good choice. 2-bar kill. And suddenly Alioune, he's looking like he's back into this. Obviously doesn't have the meter.
Yeah, Aqua definitely has all the meter to counter a vanish with one of his own.
Yeah, Birder out. All right. Got Jason Birder. He's going to chase in the combo with the too heavy. And he can use the level 3 Milky Cannon here if he wants, or set up the Ginyu Force. Gonna charge it up as much damage as he can get. Not enough to kill. Guldo, Raccoon Beam. Dragon Rush, he vanishes out.
What's happening next?
Calls Birder vanish.
Oh, he was waiting with the 2H Alioune. First game.
Of course you would. All Ginyu players, they just want to get that member out and then vanish right away to try to set up some kind of offense. A little too autopilot at the very end. Alioune waited for it, called him out.
Great stuff. Great combo previously by Alioune as well off the 2H. Making sure that he has the dive kick into the M-spin mixer combo. Very well.
Yeah, that's a 2-bar kill instead. I mean, last time we didn't see 21 really do anything, right? She didn't get a chance to work. We don't see this character too much these days. Oh, the call out on the extra air dash.
Straight up. Aqua scouting out that instant air dash, setting up the goons again. Oh, doesn't actually turn around for the jump in, but he keeps that pressure on.
Yeah, Dragon Rush. He set him up with a donut, made him look at the Ginyu Force. He's like, look at this. We got all these members out here. What are you thinking about? Goldo, Raccoon Beam again. Sparks up, but the beam's still there.
That's a rough situation for Alioune. Despite sparking, he still has to deal with all this blocking.
Dragon Rush.
Ready for it this time.
Yeah,
for
but
the
he's still got to
tackle.
block the Purple Comet Crash after, but the air-to-air into Buu to try to get some life back. This is what really kind of got him that last game, right? This work that he put in with Majin Buu, putting him in those standing reset scenarios, the fuzzies on incoming. This is his business character. Going for the empty low, but sparks now. So level 1 sparking spent from Aqua. I think he's okay with that, but the 2H call out on the super dash.
Alioune delayed super dash. Thought he would catch Aqua, maybe trying to chase, but no, just waiting with that 2H.
Has them both out now, Jason and Birder.
They're coming.
Yeah, didn't even end up needing it. He got that standout anyway. This should be the kill on Buu here, and sparking gone from both competitors. All right, Tien dropped that level 1, big damage.
All right, now the Android 21's gonna have to lift a lot more weights here in this game too.
Yeah,
she just got sparking and dismantled in the first game.
Yeah, I mean, same thing we just saw happen to Buu, right? It's
yeah.
the same kind of thing in reverse. Missed the extension into Ginyu, but anti-air 2H was already committed to try to keep it safe on block, but it's an extension here from Alioune. He's going to have corner position. Wants to snap. Ginyu's coming in now. Yeah, just gets the air-to-air anyway. So, you know, sometimes you try to up back or you try to get away from whatever the incoming mix-up is, and you just end up eating a button for it. Oh, cross-up! This guy is too dirty.
This man, Aqua tried to move, tried to flinch, not blocking the cross-up.
The Dragon Rush for the kill to build some extra meter as well. Too good. His incoming setups are so clean. That's why I think, you know, if you're Aqua in that situation, you want to double jump, you want to get away from it, you're like, help! Send help! I gotta get out of here.
Oh, crouch medium star. This is a good look for Aqua. Plenty of meter on deck to make it really hurt.
All right, gonna go for the donut here. Level 3. This takes a lot of time. Spike him back down. If you get the Soki after, let's see, maybe reflect on wake up again. No, the Dragon Rush bait. H Beyblade, Ginyu, the Dragon Rush again. Can't break them all. You got all day to try to break Dragon Rushes.
Aqua has turned to that option twice now after broken Dragon Rushes, right? Immediately into the H Beyblade. Alioune's got to start scouting that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that if you try to like reversal 2H afterwards or something, then he can just do nothing and then bait it, but clean call out on the super dash at the start. Not gonna be the kill, he can set out the force here. Raccoon Beam's out, which means he's gotta stay up in the air. Air to air, no confirm.
Nice walkout from Alioune, trying to put himself in the best situation possible to make this comeback.
Double jump out, gets clipped by the tail end of the donut, vanish, but Birder's there, the Ginyu force. You gotta roll with your squad at all times.
And they're real homies. They don't go away when you get hit.
they're there for the business, right? Like all the other assists, when you get clipped, they're out of there. The Ginyu Force always around. That's when you feel like you made the right choice, but then the Ginyu Force still hits you. You're like, oh man, I didn't take in, the third layer, or the fourth option here. All right, confirm off that early Yamcha call, and then snap right away. Bring in Majin Buu to put in some work. Stagger.
Rush.
Yeah, that's the tick. I like that he just runs up and goes for the Dragon Rush. I mean, a couple of times he's just done delayed air dash and stuff. That's a good choice. Yamcha standing reset here. Oh, missed the combo.
Yeah, and Aqua just wants to get himself out of the situation. Ended up sparking. Oh, he got clipped by the H-butt.
On the other side, run up. Dragon Rush snap. 50-50 here. Goes low that time, and he committed to the low block. H cartwheel. And yeah, you just can't move. He keeps it. Every string he's going to do is going to be really, really tight. So it's going to be tough to wiggle out of there. He missed it. Overhead, nice block this time. We didn't see that in the first game. 2H. His pressure is so clean.
Yeah, you can see Aqua a little bit lost in the sauce up against this Majin Buu.
Yeah, you think like, oh, maybe I can get out here or something like that. Overhead plus Yamcha. Overhead again. The cartwheel.
You can see he's not looking for any reflex or anything. He's trying to vanish out. Got blown up for it last time, and this time gets clipped by Majin Buu once more.
All right, 21 assists. Standing reset goes. All right, good block. On the low guard, careful punish. He's going to snap. Same thing. This is just a blender. You got to guess.
Oh, stayed in front this time.
Cross up. Another time, but he gets eaten up by the Yamcha assist. Overhead this time, he blocks it. This Buu is moving. Oh my god.
Alioune hasn't taken a scratch. He hasn't been hit.
Standing reset again. No, he's going to snap in Ginyu for the mix-up. Missed it. He got double jump out. Overhead this time, he blocks it. Backdash and the H again. He's got 21 assists.
That both 5H, baby. Long distance.
This is going to be the kill. Backdash, forward dash, Dragon Rush. Call it a day.
Alioune takes the Ginyu and the sparking without taking any damage.
He's not been scratched. Sparking available. This team is looking rough for Aqua. And you see that super jump forward float back?
Oh, fakes the cross up, just a dash up, jump super dash.
Snap in. Are we going to see that cross up setup again? Maybe stay in the front? No, yeah, he does stay in the front. Goes low this time. Buu assist. That was messed up too. Uses the side switch. Yamcha assist. Run up. It's looking rough for Aqua here. He is lost in this offense.
Oh my goodness, he can't find his footing. Alioune still 3 green bars on deck and sparking up against Aqua's solo Gotenks.
Do not get hit. You know this 21 will spark up immediately. It'll be the end of your day here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That air dash H finally gets a hit. The first hit for Aqua in this match.
Coming at 160 seconds.
Man, it feels like it's been 4 score since he got a hit last. Sparks out of there. Super dash is going to clip. Yeah, and then tagging. He had already used the super dash, right? So it has to go into Buu. Extension here. Yamcha available. Backdash, forward dash, Dragon Rush. And he's got all kinds of meter to dump. Man, oh man, Alioune, what impressive performance. Level 1, level 3 at the end. Look at him go.
He's got such a cool spirit ball loop too, and that is it. Alioune 2-1 over Aqua as he completes the 5-bar combo. Or 6-bar.
Guy representing France, Europe in the building, made it into, I believe that was a top 8 match already, right? So he's in top 4 of this first LCQ, looking fantastic.
He will indeed be in top 4 of this first LCQ. He's going to be going up against the winner of Fenrich and BNBBN.
Oh, man, that's going to be a wild one, too. That's another top 8 match that we're going to have here. I mean, this tournament's already looking wild. I think everybody was really thinking about, kind of like, all right, who's going to be in this bracket? We're going to have our Knockils. We're going to have it. You guys were thinking about the US of A.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You got to look internationally. You got to be ready for all the competitors from Europe. You got to be ready for all the competitors from Japan who are coming out here and killing it.
And one of the international favorites, Moke, actually falling to Souji. So it's going to be Tachikawa versus Souji in top 8 of this tournament to try to get into top 4.
Yeah, and that's wild. The fact that Moke is not in the top 8, he didn't even make it into the top 8, and that's a bad feeling for everybody who's left in the tournament, right? Because you're like, oh man, I was really hoping Moke would qualify.
Yeah, right?
Like, once you're out, you got to start rooting for the people that's going to beat you, right? That's one thing you got to think about. 6 bars here is how much meter you had at the start of this. 2 level 1s, and then that level 1 Spirit Ball. Obviously, you can do the extension after. Give yourself enough time to level 3.
His Spirit Ball loop is A1. I like that a lot. Always keeping him low to the ground, always keeping him right next to Yamcha. Easy level 3 follow-up. And that's what we come to expect from Alioune, right? He always does the little things to make sure that his team excels at every point.
Yeah, we mentioned that he is like super lab monster, optimal in every scenario, right? But he's one of the few players that really optimizes everything. You see all those incoming setups, it's like, what are you supposed to do? You're just stuck. You try to double jump, you get hit or something, you're like, oh boy, I just got to block, and then it's 50-50 left to right, fuzzy, low. Like, what are you going to do? Dragon Rush?
Because he's one of those guys, right, that he figures out one option to a mix-up, and then he's like, well, I got to make sure that once they figure this out, I got an option to counter it, right? So he's got all kinds of mix-ups. As we took a look at more replays from Alioune, you can see putting the fat on him.
Incoming mix-ups. Yeah, missed it there. That's the one. I feel like that one of the few times they got out. Yeah, and that backdash H with Buu is so good. He has 21, and both of his assists allow him to restand with Buu, right? Which is really, really useful. I think if you're going to play Majin Buu, that's something that you have to look for as like your team is just being built, right? You have to have assists that allow you to go for that standing reset all day. And man, he was not scratched. Full green bars that you see at the top there, just running through this team. Snap, 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 run incoming setups. Too good.
And that's where the meta has gone when it comes to Dragon Ball FighterZ, right? A lot of snap outs, a lot of get out of here, is to force the opponent to deal with just one character. Either you got to spin your sparking to get off defense, or you just got to block because there's no guard cancel available, there's no assist calls, which have already been nerfed, right? Blocking, you can't call assist as quickly as you once could, or sparking. So you're going to win a resource either way.
And even if you spark and you immediately get put back in block stun, that's a loss because they're just going to run a block string or something until it hits you or until it runs out of your sparking, and then you're going to be like, well, I spent sparking to get out of one mix-up. Now I'm back in another mix-up. I just get run over. I die. That's life.
Yeah, and some characters are really good at that. We actually saw in the last set Alioune waking up with the spark but still having to block the Raccoon Beam assist, right? Like, there's just characters in there that's going to lock you down even if you spark. There's a lot of people that are developing sparking safe Oki.
Yeah, especially like, characters that beam. If you have Gotenks, you can just do a beam and then call Gotenks or something like that. Nice and simple. I mean, it's just so good. And we mentioned that we are getting into top 8, we're getting into top 4 and stuff. We're going to take a look at the bracket here in just a second, kind of show you guys where we are. We have Alioune, you can see here, playing the winner, as you mentioned, of Fenrich and BNBBN. On the other side, you see Dogra defeated Nokami 2-1. We're going to have Souji Tachikawa to see who's going to be going up against Dogra. So it looks like our top 4 of the first LCQ is going to be 3 Japanese players and the man from France, Alioune, the lone player outside of Japan, trying to get that first LCQ spot and a chance against Hook King God tomorrow in that top 8 bracket.
Yep, and a good showing from Nokami to start it out, right? Because recently at KIT, I think he underperformed. A lot of people were looking for him to win that tournament. I don't think he even got top 3. So there was some disappointment coming into this event with Nokami. How is he going to do? He's seated pretty high. Does he deserve it? And it looks like he does. He's the only American in top 8 here in the first LCQ.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what we expect. The Japanese force out here, they're super, super strong. But you made top 8 at the first LCQ. Do you make top 8 at the second one? Do you make top 8 at the third? How about the fourth? Have you already qualified? What if you get grand finals here and you lose? Do you even make top 8 the next one? Top 16? Do you lose second, third, fourth round? While you're playing on stage back there and you're like competing, trying to get this LCQ spot, I'm sure there are people grinding casuals right now. They're just getting warm. They're getting ready for the next LCQ. And it's just a grind. That's what we're doing all day today, LCQ after LCQ after LCQ. So it's going to be a long day full of Dragon Ball action in case you guys are curious. And we're going to be jumping in and out of, different commentators, different people on the stage, different matches. You guys are going to be seeing a lot of Dragon Ball for all day long. Of
course, an announcement from Bandai Namco at 2 o'clock as well on the schedule, so don't forget about that. And it looks like Fenrich has defeated BNBBN, so he's going to be taking on Alioune in top 4.
Oh, yeah, I see we're getting a match set up on the stage. You guys can set up your day around the schedule you see on the screen here. Obviously, 1:30 is what we have the schedule for the next LCQ to start. We'll see if we get there on time, and we're going to be jumping into the Bandai Namco announcement at 2 p.m. We got LCQ 3 at 4 o'clock, LCQ 4 at 6:30, and we're going to wrap up the day after that. I mean, now that we're already into the top 4 of this LCQ, we're starting up the next one. We're already getting into LCQ 2 as this LCQ begins, so we're just moving right along. We don't have time for any of this nonsense. There's no filler episodes here. We're just going from episode to episode. You get the good parts, the fights, that everybody watches Dragon Ball for.
This is all canon. This is all part of the primary lore, as we have Souji and Tachikawa going on right now. So while that's happening, we're going to get Fenrich versus Alioune to see who our first participant in the first LCQ Grand Final is. And remember, this is all 2 out of 3 territory until you make it to that last match.
And this is a bad spot to be. I feel like if you make top 4 and you lose right here, you have to recompose and jump into the next LCQ, and I think it can be very difficult to kind of do that as a competitor. I think this is one of the most draining events that you can play in as a competitor. So if you're someone like Fenrich, Alioune, anybody in this top 8, top 4, you want to get the W now. You don't want to delay it. You don't want to try to, I made top 4. I'll just get back into top 4. in events where we've had multiple single limb LCQs in the past, there have been players that made grand finals, top 2, and didn't make it back there for 2, 3, 4 LCQs. So you really have to think about this like, this is my one chance, right? Don't mess around.
Looks like both our pairs getting set up here. Fenrich, definitely one of the favorites coming out of Japan. One of the favorites, period, when it comes to these LCQs. Got to a grand final, but fell to Kazunoko like so many since and before him.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a match of like, I feel like if either of you get hit by a perfect attack or a 2M, just like spark immediately. There's gonna be a lot of clips from this match because both of these guys, extremely optimal players, right? They're just gonna play super clean, and they're gonna hit you and they're gonna kill you, right? Whether it's because they hit you, snap you, put you in a bad situation on incoming, or hit you, spark up, get that TOD. I mean, it's gonna be a bad time. It's gonna be a wild one. So I'm sure everybody back at home in France rooting for Alioune. Throw your baguettes up in the air, root for your boy up on the stage.
But either way, it's going to be a good one because, as you said, both these players, mainstays on High Fight's top 10, right?
Yeah.
Every single time they're at a tournament, they're going to be getting
where's this guy
clipped.
Damascus? We got France in the
I
building.
know,
I thought Damascus was going to be running in here, run up on the mic.
I'm surprised. If he gets in grand final, somebody needs to go find that man.
Find Damascus, put him on the stage or put him on the mic right now. This guy's like, okay, guys, let's go. Jumping in. He's like, yeah.
And it's going to be quite the match. Fenrich, of course, you mentioned how deadly he is as an offensive player. Oh, Damascus in the building.
I know he's rooting for France already. I know how he feels about this. Takes everything, every bone in his body not to rip apart the stage. He was over there jumping around every time Alioune got a hit. He's got to teach me French. You know how Yipes has been teaching me Spanish?
There we go.
I got to learn some French. I got to embrace my background.
I'm a multilinguist.
What's fuzzy in French?
Ooh, you're asking the wrong person.
Which end of the baguette is he hitting you with? That's what I'm saying. This guy Alioune is powerful. And I think the thing about him is that he doesn't travel as much, right? So I think a lot of people, if maybe you don't kind of follow the pulse of the community closely, you haven't seen him play in a while, you haven't seen his M.Buu or his 21, but he is a monster as we start out here. Fenrich, classic team, the same one that you can expect from him. Vegeta assists defensively, and he gets the hit early. This is good for Fenrich. And one of the scariest things I think about Fenrich is when he hits you and he kills the first character without TODing you.
Yeah, that's a real dangerous situation to find yourself in. You can see the optimal combos coming out of the side of Fenrich as well, using that Bardock assist with the 6M. Now we got the Vegeta extension as well, not even a level 3.
Early spark up. And I think he'll take that. Oh, that was perfect. He knew how to call out the rolling crush after. You cannot autopilot on this guy, right? He's going to be ready for those kinds of situations. With defensive Vegeta, didn't work out for him. Going to snap and bring back in Cell. We'll see what the incoming is going to be. Spark up. He respected it. He just saw that match against Aqua, and he was like, nah, bro. I seen it. I'm okay. I don't need that in my life. Come on, no vanish extension. Surprising from him, but the defensive too heavy. No confirm. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I didn't think Fenrich was going to get hit by that either.
Waits it out. Gets in the air at the last second. The fake out on the super dash in the front.
Yeah, it looks like he caught a backdash startup.
Extension to the corner here. Going to bring in M.Buu at level 3.
Oh, man, now you got to block. Luckily for Fenrich, he doesn't have either assist available.
Yeah, empty into the Dragon Rush, and he woke up with the reflect. That's an easy kill there.
Great
Cartwheels down.
Alioune. At the high level, you got to look for those reflect baits, right? Especially against these characters like Cell or Bardock that can close the distance in an instant.
Just like that. Speaking of which, that key blast. That H after to follow in. Wow, the overhead, he got the whip punish, yeah. One of the weaknesses about that, right? Especially you don't have bar to vanish or anything like that. Drop him. Snap. Gonna be a fuzzy setup here? Yeah, the instant overhead. Ready for it. He's building that Vegeta assist to drop him into. Vegeta. Extended all the way. 2-bar kill. Big bang attack. We're all tied up.
And Fenrich's point Vegeta is so good.
Anybody who's been playing Vegeta this long has a solid point Vegeta, right? If you've been playing this character that long, DP in the air.
Ooh, he tried to H rocket kick the super dash.
All right, standing reset here. That was very safe. I think that might have been debate DP, that air dash back, but you know, there's the HDP. That's one thing Fenrich is known for, right? The wild DPs in every game. Air to air, extension off Bardock, perfect.
Good stuff from Fenrich. That first jump L whiffing, so he just double jumps and does it again.
4 bars. He's going to spend the level 3. Everybody's favorite. All right. See what the mix-up's going to be after. In the corner, the Oki's still good. All right. But the LL after solo snap here because why not? Well, maybe not. Miss from the Fenrich Bardock there. That was a big drop. You needed that solo snap so that you can bring Buu back in, get rid of some of that. But yeah, punish on that 2H.
Yeah, Alioune not canceling it into anything there. Fenrich is punishing with the stand light.
Extension. Snap. There's a 50-50. Snap.
Oh, right back to the dome piece he goes.
The fuzzy stuff. The unfortunate part about being tall, that's why you got to be short. That's the benefit to being short, right? You're 5'5". Tell everybody, yeah, you'd never fuzzy me in Dragon Ball.
You don't get fuzzied. Every seat on the plane is first class.
Yeah, man. Being short, that's the business. You got to be like Vegeta. You got to be like Tasty Steve. Missed the H rocket kick, but the Bardock assist for coverage. And very, very, very clean play from Fenrich. Air 2H. 2 bars is going to kill. Big bang. Throw the javelin. Game 1.
Great usage of that lariat assist from Fenrich. It's one of the best assists of the game coming down from an air-to-air situation, right? You want to do something, you're like, all right, we're going to have some space with point character versus point character, but that assist covers that space so quickly.
Yeah, and I think the big thing that we saw there is the priority from Fenrich. Really, when it comes to like decision-making in this match, his priority is always on the right thing, right? He's like, okay, I need to spend sparking to stay alive in this situation. I need to kill this character here. He has a good kind of recognition of what his opponent's big strengths and weaknesses are. Try to perfect attack to get to the other side, but oh boy, we've seen this one before.
From the rafters.
Always. Is that air 2H, and boy, oh boy. 1,000 times in a row. Dragon Rush missed it how many times, but he drops it. This is big. Rolling Crush after, and of course, Yamcha assist. This is huge. That's a huge drop. Could have been the end of 21 on her last legs, and now Alive going to be able to get her out. Dragon Rush.
All right, into the level 3.
Surprised that he kept her in, actually. See what the mix-up situation is going to be after. Air Dash goes low. And there's a defensive Vegeta, and then tag in to bring Bardock. I like that choice a lot. Snap in, though. Cell's coming back in, losing that blue line.
Guys got to deal with the Ogi situation. Nice block on the delayed air dash.
Yeah, uses the barrier. Rolling Crush whiffs the other way. 2H reflect. That was a scary situation. But he gets out of it. Overhead. Doesn't call any assist. The command throw. Extension with Bardock. Perfect choice. Fenrich always ready, right? His combo routes in any scenario are always going to be good.
Yeah, he didn't have the Bardock assist ready for the 6M, but he follows it up with the command grab. Well done.
Yeah, and 6M in a Bardock assist, you can actually confirm it. You can just do it so late. So good. HDP, Bardock. Uses cell assist as well. No break from Alioune, man. I feel like really we haven't seen him pick up that momentum he had in the last set. He's really struggling to piece it together.
Level 3 knockdown. Bardock assist available as well, so the 6M is a threat here. Oh, nice safe jump. Tried to 2H afterwards. Still got a block because the Bardock assist keeps you locked down on the ground.
Yeah, and that's what we expect really from Fenrich. The extension, air key blast, DP. And he's got 3 bars to spend. Energy field, javelin.
Oh, yeah, Saiyan Spirit. Followed up with Bardock. Make sure the strong point character is in the game.
And he got the order back, right? He put Vegeta in the back instead of having to do level 1, level 1, level 1 in a different order. That was perfect choice. Fenrich, he's always just so optimal in every scenario. Backdash gets flipped by the super dash. And that'll be a snap. Probably bring in Cell to try to finish the job.
Oh, just goes with the dash OS, trying to stay safe and finds the Dragon Rush. That's 1 character down.
Yeah, no bar spent either. That's a big win, right? You want to keep as much meter as you can with those H-Wolfing Fizz for level 1, level 3. Gets away from the lariat, but air-to-air scenario. Yeah, he had to stagger because he didn't have an assist, and then brings him back down to the ground. We're going to be able to build 3 bars here as well. He's got Vegeta for the extension if he wants it. Of course he does. Oh, a little too long on the ground.
Yeah, hit stun. Kicking in heavy right there. Alioune gets another chance to play.
Yeah, he could have done something like H and M mixer instead. Level 1, but yeah, he just blocked it. No punish.
Big drop punish from Alioune there, not pressing button quick enough.
That's kind of hard to punish. It recovers really fast if you're just not mashing on L already, or if you're expecting him to extend it or something. Stagger pressure, and yeah, Fenrich ready for it.
Clean defense from Fenrich right there. Got 5 bars on deck.
Yeah, level 1, level 3 here. And that should do it. Fenrich moving on into grand finals of our very first LCQ here. Nice and easy.
2-0 for Fenrich. Going to be moving on.
Yeah, and if you're Alioune, you know, you had a good performance here, top 4. I'm sure you're feeling pretty good about how you played up until this point, but you have to recompose, right? You have to just be ready to jump back into that shark-infested water. You know, they're already calling him for another LCQ match as we speak.
Exactly, and we talked about how Moke, one of the favorites coming into this, falling to Souji. Tachikawa, another one of the favorites, also falling to Souji. So it's going to be Souji versus Dogra on the other side of this top 4 to see who faces Fenrich in Grand Finals.
Man, we're going to have Cyclops Osaka in the very first LCQ.
That's a pretty good way to do it, I think.
That would be great if we get the Cyclops Osaka boys throwing down Dogra versus Fenrich. And the history is that every time that happens, I feel like Fenrich always loses to the other Cyclops Osaka boys, right? Like especially Goichi, but in this case it would be Dogra. So I don't know, man. Whoever gets second place at this first LCQ, it's a bad feeling.
Yeah,
I'd rather just get last.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just get last. Who cares, right?
Let me get out real quick. Let me go warm up. But before we move on to anything else, let's take a quick look at the replays from that last match, shall we? Dragon Ball Fighters.
Take a look back at what we saw there, and I think it was just control, right? No punish, and it was a little weird because it didn't hit fully, right? It wasn't boom, boom, 2 hits of the Saiyan Spirit. It was just the one late hit that happens if you're a little farther away.
I have to imagine that's why Alioune flubbed the punish right there. See, trying to check him right there with the staggers to prevent the mash out, right? That's exactly what he was trying to prevent, but he commits to the M.Buu Fist, and Fenrich just too good.
Yeah, and there's that Key Blast extension, 6 bars. And that's the nice thing about Bardock is he can do double level 1 to himself. He just does level 1, which is really great utility to have cleaned up. Fenrich, he just played extremely well. There's like almost nothing that just went wrong.
Yeah.
Right? He had that TOD miss, but he still cleaned it up afterwards despite that. He just did a really good job of playing his game plan. He looked really kind of ready. And it's hard because in this kind of a situation, you're flying over to the U.S., you know, one day early. You could be jet lagged. You could be tired. But he still played extremely well.
Yeah, and that's one of the dangers of Fenrich teams, right? The damage output is so high, whether it be sparking TODs with Cell or the fact that he can 5-bar combo with 2 characters. But either way, this is the last chance qualifier 1, and we are almost at Grand Finals. You can see the way the brackets played out so far. Fenrich over Alioune 2-0, and on the other side, we're going to determine who faces him in Grand Finals with Dogra versus Souji.
I mean, Japan. That's what we're going to see
all day,
here.
every day.
Japan Finals is whether it's Souji versus Fenrich or Dogra up there with the Cyclops Osaka Finals, guaranteeing that at least 2 of them are going to be in the top 8 tomorrow. You can see on that big bracket there, we had some nice international representation, but lots and lots of Japan as we jump into Dogra here. Look at those piercings.
Yeah,
man. He's been through a lot. You know how painful that one through the ear, back, and then out on the other side is?
No thanks.
Getting ready on the stage here, having a discussion.
Look, it's affecting his hearing.
Yeah, Dogra cracks me up, man. we were in the hotel yesterday getting ready for this event, you know, like talking and stuff. We get in the elevator. Sage and I are standing in there. There's a few other people that, you know, are just not here for the event. And Dogra and the other Japanese players, they try to squeeze into the elevators, and they couldn't quite make it. And so Dogra grabs Fenrich and pulls him in, like, get in the elevator. We got to fit in this elevator. We got places to be. And Fenrich is wearing this big puffy jacket. He can't quite fit in the elevator. So Dogra just looks at him and shakes his head and he just goes, and he pushes him out of the elevator.
What?
Drags the other Japanese player out of the elevator and puts his hands together and just goes, sorry. And then they just go down on the elevator. This guy Dogra cracks me up. The way he pushing Fenrich around, I wonder if today Fenrich is going to get his revenge. Like, you pushed me out of the elevator, bro?
My man Dogra's got to take other body types into consideration, all right? Just because you are a stick man doesn't mean we all are. Can't fit in the tight spaces of the elevator.
Yeah, Dogra, that man, he's a skinny fella. He can really fit in any kind of scenario.
Yeah, we're going to get a quick button check before this match begins here. Again, this is the semifinals of our first LCQ brackets. All the LCQ brackets going to be single elimination, 2 out of 3 until the last match, which will be 3 out of 5.
Yeah, a reminder, this is LCQ 1. You're going to be seeing LCQ 1, 2, 3, and 4 today. LCQ 1's winner will be playing none other than NRG Hook Gang God. Let me see some gangs in the chat if you guys are trying to protect him from that ghost hockey. You know what I'm saying? You saw the video. You know that you got to support the boy.
Got to sub to Hook so he can buy the legendary Super Saiyan with the legendary Super Armor.
Yeah, they're going to be doing a button check up there, make sure everything's good. Can you blame them? It's single a limb here. You don't want your buttons to be wrong or anything like that. So Cyclops Osaka obviously representing for Dogra, trying to make it an all-Cyclops Grand Final. I know Majin Obama may be restreaming. He's going to be grinning ear to ear if he sees a Cyclops Osaka. But I'm telling you guys, Cyclops Osaka. Look, man. Hitting you with a look, man.
Look, man. The West Coast, so real.
West Coast Japan here representing. It's going to be cool, man. I'm excited to see if that's what we get in the first one. I mean, I feel like, you know, in the beginning of this game, Cyclops Osaka was the story everybody was hitting on, right? And then since then, we haven't really seen them representing as much as far as Japanese competitors. I feel like we've been talking about guys like Tachikawa, guys like Moke, and really the top dog overall, not just out of Japan, Kazunoko, right? I mean, if you ask Sonic Fox, he'll disagree. But in terms of everywhere else that we've seen, this guy, Kazunoko, been globetrotting all over the planet, beating up Dragon Ball players everywhere he goes. He just wants to fight. He just wants to fight because when he fights, he becomes stronger. He's a real Super Saiyan.
And that's why I'm very excited for the potential of this Cyclops Osaka Grand Finals, precisely because the first era of this game they were so dominant in. So it'd be nice for them to return to form here at LCQ.
Yeah, we see Dogra back to what we expect from him, right? No more cooler. He's rocking that Goku in the back. Side switch with Kid Buu, and I love him on this team. I think this team, nice and easy. Mystic Ball Oki, the later eyes so he doesn't have to deal with too much. And early spark. Souji wants to keep Ginyu alive. Goldo? How big is the hitbox on that? Oh my god. Birder to catch with up techs here or anything, but Dogra just stays down. Run under stomp. Extension into 16, and man, oh man, he is just picking up steam.
Quick stomp him out. Now we got the Goku assist extension here.
Candy Beam. Level 1. He gets that double level 1 if he wants it, but he's not going to try here. Level 3 instead at the end. I like that choice. Dogra. Nice and easy on this first character. Not quite the kill. Plus frames Dragon Rush. That'll do it.
Yeah, even if you reflect the multi-hitting Fire Blast like that, you are not at your advantage. You're going to have to either reflect again after that, do raw attacks, something to get you out of that situation.
Yeah, multi-hitting, right? So you just have to deal with it in that scenario. The changes that he had. I like that he called that Goku assist to try to cover him on the ground in case. This guy reached from that far, and he's going to get the extension. He has Kid Buu assist, but I don't know if we'll see it. Probably the Goku assist instead, but level 3.
And with all the changes this character has received, those normals are still as esports as ever. Don't forget the jump.
No sparking to get out either.
Safe jump, yup. He went with the reflect, the OS right there.
All right, text forward. Look, he's just hunting him down. Oh, didn't get the wall bounce on the vanish. This is going to be an extension. Snap. Bring Ginyu back in. Or sorry, Bardock back in, but yeah, he kind of missed the incoming there. That's one thing that you have to try, I think, in this game is the double jump on the incoming, right? Because you don't want to deal with the situation after. You might as well try to double jump with up back, so that way you can at least block.
And great stuff from Dogra, utilizing that Kid Buu assist, one of the most dangerous lockdown assists in the game.
Gonna be a kill. Gumball.
Wow.
Oh, the fake out instead of going for that H at the end just goes low. And Dogra, man, oh man, he has cleaned it up in this first game.
Yeah, he knew he trained Souji to block at that point. Just wanted to take arm ball setup. Plenty of time to interrupt, but Souji wasn't looking for it. Then Whip punishes the reflect. Let's spark up as well.
The auto combo to extend. That jump M. Look at him go 16. He's going to have Goku. Never mind. He just messed it all up.
Yeah, that was
What's with the Cyclops boys missing their TODs? Just had to drop him, call that Goku assist, Age Candy Beam, kill him, but, I mean, you're going to have to guess here. Whoa! M went the wrong way on the guard cancel. Vanish the vanish.
Let me keep that advantage. Has the Goku assist available here, just trying to stagger up. Both assists available now. Reflect. Give me some space.
All right, I like it. That double overhead come down with that H, but this is a long, long way for Souji. He needs to hit him 8 more times.
We get a level 3.
Yeah, you get Oki off of this. It's not amazing, but it exists.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
All right, tag out, 16 in. No
We'll
block.
get some on the other side. We know how long that low forward is. Easy combo.
Yeah, Goku 2M is probably one of his best buttons. It just goes so far, so fast as well for a 2M. Oh, the stomp right off the ground. Dragon Rush? What in the world was that? Dogra cleans it up. And that was all him, right? I mean, if he hit that sparking TOD, it would have been cleaner than clean, but that's still, I think, a great game as we have, obviously, GG playing up against the Cyclops Osaka. We're going to see that maybe tomorrow as well.
And no matter what, we might see that in another LCQ, right? Because only one Osaka member will advance if Dogra gets the grand finals.
Yeah, going to have to eliminate each other. I don't think they'd have it any other way, though, right? As long as one of them's getting out, I think they're all right with it. Souji, this is the first time we've really seen him get Ginyu going, right? Like last time, He was kind of cleaned up early. He called like a birder. We're like, all right, maybe he's going to get something going. Purple Comet, and he jumps back. I like that choice from Dogra. Got the damage that he could and just got out of there. Goldo from downtown.
Convoying off the Vanish. Thank you, Goldo.
Call Raccoon Beam and then birder after.
Got the ground and air covered.
Yeah, exactly. Raccoon deals with the ground. Birder's really good for opponents to try to put himself in the air. And Dogra, early spark. 2H, what a call. I think that was just part of his string, maybe. Goldo again. One of the best parts about it, Goldo has a ton of hit stun, as well as Raccoon, right? So it's very easy to combo off either of those.
Great stuff from Souji right there. Covering the up tech, knocks him into Raccoon, and then gets the kill.
Yeah.
Very strong start.
And he's still holding on to sparking, which is great. You know, if he gets put in a bad spot on defense, he's going to be okay. Dogra spent his early, so I think for Souji, this game is kind of going how you want. Pick up with birder if he confirmed off that.
And Bardock says, as he calls the Ginyu Force, you can't get close to me. This is a much more of the Souji that I'm used to.
Goldo, call Goku, call Raccoon, birder after. Locked down forever. He still got an assist. Bardock, he got them both out as well. Overhead. Man, Dogra stuck for so long. Goldo, yeah, he had to respect it. The guard cancel in.
This goes with the super dash. Finally finds a hit. Tremendous defense from Dogra to survive all that.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of meter he dumps on this, if any.
Switch to the delay tag.
Baits the sparking. Standing L. That was really good, actually. He's like, yeah, I know you're going to hold the Vanish. I know what I'm doing. Everything's going to be fine. 5 bars on deck. Dogra going to spend 3 of them. Get the Oki after this.
Yeah, waste the rest of that sparking time as well.
Good choice. You can just air dash. Wow, he tried to bait that, I think, but maybe just a little too many active frames on the reflect.
Oh, the Bardock assist coming in, blowing up the guard cancel.
All right, Birder's gone now. Calls the Comet Crash, air dash to the other side.
Dogra's defense has been superb this match.
There's Raccoon to bring him back down. Birder and the air dash after. You just can't see it. Birder's like right at that air dash height. Makes it very hard to see what he's going to do.
7 bars. That is most definitely a dead Android 16.
Cleaned it up. And this is all Souji here. This is really kind of the strength of Ginyu. When he gets going, it's so hard to kind of create space and do what you want to do.
Yeah, the Key Blast, a good option for Goku. Always getting the slide knockdown off of it, of course. See, though, Souji with both assists available. Yeah, just trying to cross him up in the air with a lariat and then call the beam. Very common tactic for assists like that.
Yeah, because the beam drags you forward, right? So it's easier to confirm if you're actually on the other side of it.
Oh, the jump M actually didn't turn around, and Souji got into the air anyway.
Yeah, he's got level 3 available on this, too. I think he's just playing this slow and steady, right? He knows he has a big lead. No reason to get crazy. No reason to try anything silly. Just play a real solid, slow style until you can get the kill. Beam assist. He tried to get that cross up, I think, but maybe didn't wait just quite enough.
Good block on the cross up that time from Dogra. Again, defense has been solid, but he finds himself in this 1v3 scenario, gets the overhead.
Yeah, and he tried to read up tech after, I think, but probably Souji didn't even expect to get hit by the overhead, so not ready to tech. Yeah, 2M starter. That should do it. Extension on the Ginyu. Game 2 going to Souji, back and forth. I mean, it was like dominant both ways, right? Game 1, all Dogra. Game 2, all Souji. What do we got for Game 3?
Souji playing very well on that set. Of course, the 2M started to end, did a lot of damage. But even before that, you can see him trying to scout the super dash with the jump jabs. Good timing on it. Oh, Dogra's like, wait, hold up just a second. Hold up.
I don't know if we can fit in the elevator. Give it a second. He's like, I didn't mean to rematch.
Wait just a moment here.
He's going to probably go back to character select. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Back to character select. He's like, wait. So it seems like, yeah, Dogra was like, my bad. I didn't mean to rematch. I wanted to go to character select. Souji's like, nah, bro, I'm running this.
Yeah.
You want to see my Ginyu mix-ups?
Yeah, it looks like he was either trying to get some time in the character select, clarify what the set is. Of course, we are in semifinals, so it's still 2 out of 3. Yep. He has not reached the 3 out of 5 territory just yet. But Dogra has been one that's been experimenting for quite some time with the characters, right? So he's got a couple more under his belt. Perhaps the cooler.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Instead of 16 running cooler, I wonder if he wants maybe the defensive options of cooler or something like that. I'm not sure. You know, he's still susceptible to fuzzies a lot like 16, right? So it's one of those things where you just have to still deal with those kinds of situations. But yeah, he wanted to make a character switch, and that's what he's going to do. So Dogra back on a cooler. I like his 16 team, but
yeah.
This is the team he's kind of been favoring lately.
Yeah, but of course, Cooler access to the DP, as you mentioned, as well as a DP assist, both good defensive options, even though you cannot call assist directly after blocking as you once could.
Yeah, those are the good old days. Hold down back, mash Vegeta assist.
Yeah.
That was just, you couldn't go wrong. Especially when it was also still a lockdown assist.
Oh, man, let's not even talk about that.
That
match.
version of the game?
Let's not even talk about it.
That was crazy. All right, we jump back into it here. Winner will be playing up against Fenrich, as we mentioned. So, a lot on the line here. Obviously, you want to try to get the first LCQ. One and done. Out of there. Don't have to deal with playing for the rest of the day. Nice and easy single in tournament. Late super dash from Dogra.
Yeah, it seemed like Souji was just trying to catch him as he fell to the ground and put him in a box stun.
Yeah, Cooler assist. Mystic Ball, and yeah, that mix-up is really, really hard to block. You just have to guess in that scenario. 1 overhead, 2 overheads, 3 overheads, empty low, who knows. Mystic Ball, Oki, but Spark out. This is the same way we saw Game 1 start, right? Souji forced to use that early Spark.
Yeah, Souji never wanted to shy away from sparking with his first character to get out of a situation where he's defensive.
Yeah, you do not want Ginyu to die earlier. We saw last game just how effective he can be if he gets going, but Snap bringing that Ginyu back in, goes low. That was dirty. You were like, okay, Fuzzy Me's gonna hit me in the air a bunch. One hit in the air and then drop back down immediately. Force the Fuzzy. And also Cooler Assist helping with that up tech scenario you see there. The tick into the Dragon Rush. That's the kill already on Ginyu. And sparking spent from Souji, nothing spent from Dogra.
That's one of the premier things about Kid Buu, right, is that you make them block on the incoming, and then you can make them block for so long with jump medium, or you can accelerate your fastfall with a different button and then hit them low.
Yeah, Cooler, he's one of those characters, solid projectiles and good ground buttons, right? He's kind of like 21 with that tail. He's got the jumping M, the standing M. He's got buttons that go pretty far. As well as the DP available.
Whoa, just a wake-up dash forward from Dogra. I was looking for something else, but it's going to work out regardless.
All right, going to spend the bar, get the Oki here. Air dash, yeah, that was a good block in the air dash M. He's got Goku assist. He hasn't used it just yet. Calls it, and that 2M on the other side was a great block from Souji.
The big normals from Cooler actually clashed on the super dash and guard cancel.
Yeah, if he would have got the block there, he could have got the kill, but I think because he was already committed to something, he canceled into that super dash. That jumping M is so far.
Yeah, similar to Android 21, you can see very good after super dashes to keep the opponent blocking.
Extension here. 3 bars for Souji. Gonna spend it. Of course, you just want the level 3 for the hard knockdown.
Oh, too late!
And the spark up. Yeah, Dogra recognizes that he can take back some of this momentum. And tag.
Available. Has Bardock locked down in the corner now.
So
good
Dogra,
reflect.
He got life back and he got out of that scenario. And he keeps getting clipped low.
Yeah, scuffed the shoes, the lay low from Cooler.
I imagine he's trying to reflect and he's just getting hit. Wow, he tried to reflect on the other side, but Dogra crossed him up. And that's going to be the kill because of it. Unfortunate for Souji, but Dogra up 3 characters to 1, looking nice and clean and setting us up with a Cyclops Osaka grand final in the first LCQ.
Yeah, just needs one more character to go. Yeah, so he's blocking his legs this time, not looking for the reflect, but he gets the cross up.
Yeah, double overhead. And,
I like that. Put as much damage as you possibly can on him. Only got 1 character left, no way to regain that blue life.
Vanish in for the plus frames, overhead, good block. Stagger pressure again, Souji. He keeps getting clipped by that low. Kid Buu. All right, he had the guard cancel out of there. Reflect, no punish. Runs up, gets clipped by the jumping M, and Dogra does it. Cyclops Osaka in the grand finals of LCQ number 1.
The way it should be.
Back to the roots of this game. Souji's like, you're lucky I didn't get to play that 16 team again. I would have mopped you up, bruh.
And yeah, I mean, the Cooler definitely did a tremendous work in that game 3, catching Souji multiple times low later in strings. And you mentioned he was probably trying to reflect, right? Of course, reflect inputted with back and S. So you can't do down back and S. That's what you see oftentimes when people get clipped low in the middle of strings.
Yeah, like if Cell's doing a block string and it's like 6H or something and you just get hit, you're like, why would you just get hit low there? Well, usually because you're trying to reflect or something like that, but we got it. Cyclops Osaka. What does Fenrich do up against Dogra here in the grand finals of the first LCQ? This is only LCQ 1. Keep that in mind. We got 3 more to go. I know if you guys are watching, you're like, man, this has been crazy tournament already. Japan's looking good. It's like, oh, wait. There's 3 more LCQs. We're 1/4 of the way into this tournament already. It's going to be a long day full of Dragon Ball action. You guys make sure you get some snacks, make sure you're ready for the day, have some drinks ready. You're prepared as we look back at the replay here of Dogra really just cleaning up in this last game against Souji.
Yeah, great Dragon Rush, of course. Just after so much pressure being applied, right? And he still had the cooler assist as well, so you have to worry about that. Good stuff from Dogra, switching it up and going with the Dragon Rush.
Yeah, and cooler assist is great for situations where, you have those up tech options as Kid Buu, and you're trying to cover it right there. You tried that reflect.
Yeah, that's rough.
And he got switched to the other side. I mean, just an unfortunate situation. If he hit L, he probably would have hit him, right? But he didn't know that the momentum was going to carry Dogra over, right?
And Dogra is so experienced that he recognized the fact that he was going to go over, so he was just pressing stand light as soon as he landed, able to beat the startup of that stand S.
Yeah, and that's like if you're Bardock and you hit L, you might be fine there, right? He might carry over the momentum. You hit that standing L, you're okay, but unfortunate for him here. Dogra moves on. We're going to have Cyclops, Osaka. The good news is that the winner of this doesn't play Goichi.
No.
That is the good news because, you could have ended up in one of those scenarios that the winner of the next LCQ will be playing Goichi. So one of them will get a shot up against Hook Gang God, Fenrich, or Dogra in our grand finals of LCQ1.
Again, LCQ1 right here will be all the action. Twitch.tv/Dragon Ball FighterZ. We got LCQ1 coming up now. LCQ2 coming up after that. Then we got an announcement, and then we're going to finish the day off with LCQ3 and 4.
Yeah, and Fenrich Dogra, this is going to be a good match. 3 out of 5, as we mentioned earlier, right? So because it's the final, we're moving on to 3 out of 5 for this. So Dogra has some time if he wants to switch up the team he's rocking. If he needs some time to think or whatever, he can do that now. He has a little bit of extra room to wiggle as we jump into a 3 out of 5 set.
And I'm really happy that the first LCQ Grand Finals is Cyclops Osaka against one another. Again, domination when this game first came out from all 3 of these folk. Well, the 2 you see now and Goichi, of course, the one already qualified.
Yeah, Goichi, the lone Cyclops Osaka member, already in there, as we mentioned. Top 4 in this that are already qualified is 2 Japanese, 2 Americans, right? And I think that's really been the story of the game. Events like CEO and events like Evo and stuff, we've had a nice split. Pretty even of USA and Japanese competitors. We saw Alioune earlier, obviously, representing for Europe, but I expect that we'll have a nice split as well. Even though Japan came up, cleaned up in this first LCQ, can some of the USA players get up in there, kind of fight for more of those LCQ spots? Can Alioune maybe get one on the board, or any of the other strong European players? We'll see as this day goes on. That's what's exciting about it.
Yeah, we still got Shanks and Mr. Obi Assassin that have not actually have played on stream, but both from Europe. Mr. Obi Assassin, the winner of the Winner Stays On qualifier for this event as well. So dangerous competitors that we haven't even seen yet are definitely going to be making their way to the stage in LCQ 2, 3, and 4. Again, Nakia out
Look at how
early,
excited he is
out
about
early.
the 3 out of 5.
Let's go.
He's like, bro, 3 out of 5, let's go.
We did. I made it to the promised land.
Yeah, I mean, the rules are printed in English, to be fair. I don't blame him.
All right, Cyclops Osaka boys here in grand finals of LCQ1. It's going to be Fenrich versus Dogra for a shot tomorrow at NRG Hook Gang God.
That's what's exciting about this too, right? Is that, even though Hook is the 4th seed in the tournament, right? So he has to play the winner of this. He gets to know who he's going to play right now. After this set, he gets to know, all right, I know who my opponent is tomorrow. So we jump in here, finals of the first LCQ. Early start Fenrich with a super dash. He had already committed to that rolling crush and drop him into the Vegeta assist. I like that he just did the jump H, actually. That was a good choice.
Well, this is gone for Fenrich, but he's going to keep the corner.
Wake up, reflect, double reflect, and perfect call out. Side switch with Kid Buu.
I like that from Dogra. I even like the double reflect, right? We often see a crouch medium follow up that you have to double reflect against Cell.
Down tech, went for the 2H, super dash in, confirm off Goku. Man, oh man, these guys are playing fast. They know each other. They're very familiar with the defensive choices and habits.
Yeah, excellent assist calls from both sides so far as well, and he gets him with the instant air dash. H.
Yeah, no assist for Dogra. He's going to have Goku to drop him into here. H on the ground. Candy beam after the extension, builds a little bit of bar.
And just enough damage, I think, that's going to be able to put away this Vegeta. That's a big loss for Fenrich.
Vegeta, really the kind of backbone of this team, right? Both of the other 2 characters, his point characters, he runs with Vegeta assist mostly, so he lost, some of that TOD threat, some of the ability to just kind of play that slow, steady, neutral game with Vegeta assist as well.
See Dogra willing to fight it out with Goku as well, not looking to get any of the other characters back on point.
Yeah, Fenrich with that down tech L, and there it is again, right on cue. See if he does level 3 with Bardock or if he wants to run it with Cell.
All right, level 3 going to force Goku to hold this mix-up in the corner.
Yeah, it might be an early spark, actually. We'll see. Oh, the staggered low clip him. He stood up like he was going to air dash, like he was going to go for something else. Dogra just flinched in that one moment, the extension to build the extra bar, and this is going to be the kill.
Man, that's your life for flinching.
Not just 2.
Nope, not just 2, your entire life. 40.
Man, oh man. So, both of them lost their primary assist characters, right? You know, you usually have Vegeta in the back, Goku in the back.
Man, Fenrich starting out with a round start super dash. Let's get in his face.
You got to do it. M Crush for the knockdown. Sparks up. He's the first one, right? Pop sparking first. Want to hold on to M.Buu here.
I like that reflect to get that super dash out of there. Oh, he was able to punish. Didn't actually go with the combo afterwards. Trying to reset with the Dragon Rush. Fenrich popping the sparking of his own. Vanish on Vanish. We ain't going through with the attacks either.
Hold the Vanish again. Oh, wow. He almost got the pickup off that Bardock. Air dash reflect.
The last bit of active frames on that reflect. Able to save him.
Okay, late super dash. He knew he was going to finish it. 2H. H Mystic Ball jumps out.
This is such good play.
All right, there's the pickup finally for Fenrich. Pull him to the corner. No assist, no extension.
No meter. Oh, blocks both. Oh, jumps out of the command throw at the last second and gets the 2H.
He was ready for it. Side switch with the Mystic Ball. Auto combo. Dogra has 16 assists as well.
The situation just doesn't block low.
Runs up, goes low. Maybe looking for that reflect. Maybe looking for, like, I don't know, something like perfect attack on wake up. Doesn't work out. That air throw. Man, super dash again from Fenrich, but he didn't believe in the hit. Oh, caught him low.
5M, micro dash forward, crouch L, word.
Extension here. He's got level 3 on deck. Doesn't spend it. Run up super dash. Maybe thought he was going to tech into some button. All right, guard cancel out. Doesn't get punished or anything. And the super dash works. He's not going to have 3 bars. He got it at the last second, but can't spend it in the combo.
I can respect that. You're not really going to fuzzy M.Buu here, but get the character with a lower life in.
Yeah, M.Buu a little too short. He can spend 3 bars. Doesn't want to do it just yet on that air situation, but I like him bringing him back down to the ground. Optimal, right? You do the mixer in the air. Vanish, get the confirm on the ground with the M mixer. Level 3 to get as much damage as you can. Super dash in the front.
Yeah, respected it afterwards. Tries to blow up the arm ball, but can't.
Andy Beam. 2H. Reflect on the lariat. That was a good call. H Mystic Ball. This is a lot of damage, actually. Very high damage starter. Level 1, level 3 for Dogra here. Beautiful. Yeah, that was perfect, right? He got that H Mystic Ball, and he just cleaned it up. Game 1 to Dogra.
Beautiful confirm from Dogra, right? Because he immediately went from super dash hit into H Mystic Ball. Great stuff.
Yeah, and super dash and H Mystic Ball is just good in general, right? I mean, even if they
even if it's blocked, yeah.
H Mystic Ball after, you just kind of run that offense after. You can force them into a bad situation. Game 1. And I think one of the big wins against Fenrich is anytime you can, we saw kill Vegeta, but also force him to spend sparking on something not touch a death.
Yeah. Ooh, and then the perfect reflect on the Bardock again. These guys play each other a lot. You can see it.
Side switch early, too. That's one of the big strengths of M.Buu. Mystic Ball, and you just gotta guess. Fenrich was wrong. Just gets clipped by that overhead. Maybe thought it was going to be empty low. Mystic Ball again. Baited it. That was so clean. Jump back Key Blast plus 16 to bait the sparking. Level 3 for the Oki. Man, oh man, that's got to feel bad.
And Fenrich trying to use that sparking defensively and just has to eat all of this anyway. Staggered up again, catching him flinching.
Same thing, he just staggered, dash into that crouching L. He's going to be able to get the kill here. H, command throw, extension. No bar needed. Dogra cleaning it up. Got rid of sparking and cell.
And Fenrich's history does not lend himself to these Cyclops Osaka matches. So we'll see if he can turn it around. Nice Dragon Rush.
Yeah, no break. He's going to build a lot of bar on that. Sitting on almost 6 now. Level 3 with Bardock. Of course, you want to spend it, but just the question is the Oki enough, like, dangerous? So, you know, is it dangerous enough that he'll spend sparking? No, just going to reflect now.
Yeah, 5H. The God.
Against guard cancel, what are you going to do? Dash up Dragon Rush. Level 3 in the corner.
I like that. Going with the more dangerous option for the Oki.
Did he like try to air dash over or something? Gumball. Oh, we didn't get the combo after. The stare down. Overhead. What in this guy got up in the air and blocked it.
That's unfortunate for him, though, right? Since he blocked in the air, it's a little bit more blocks than you have to deal with. Now Fenrich into the level 3. Dogra still with sparking, though. He can get himself out of this situation.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see the sparking bait from Fenrich, actually, because of that.
Oh, no, he didn't tech out. Down tech block this time. Dogra was ready for it.
Yeah, gets eaten up by the Super Dash. Confirms an H Mystic Ball. Went for the Oki after, but yeah, that was a good escape from Fenrich. Oh, he charged it up. I think that's because he expected a reflect, actually, on the Lariat. Up the combo, Mystic Ball out of the corner.
Oh, the Super Dash is going straight into the skies.
All right, nice reflecting on the Vegeta assist. Challenge after. He's got his assist available, and I like that he tried to keep it short to beat it. Jump, Super Dash, baits the reflect, H rocket kick. Going to be an extension here from Fenrich to get the kill into the Big Bang attack.
I love to see unorthodox decision making like that when players have played each other so much, right? When you're up against your sparring partner, you got to do stuff like that. The super delayed Super Dash.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, well, if I just do it right away, he's going to reflect it or something. I got to be, throwing him a different look.
I like that from Dogra. Scoop him up and go into the level 3. That's good damage.
Yeah, level 1, level 3 in that scenario would have been like, he could have got Goku in, but oh my goodness, you just mentioned it. Give him a different look, right? Throw him off, jump to the other side, Super Dash. I like that choice a lot.
Good reflect bait from Dogra, able to get rid of Vegeta because of it. Whoa, the jump L actually whiffing on 16, a rare sight.
Yeah, and you see so much reflect, right? And, if you know somebody's going to commit to it all the time, that's a perfect choice to bait it. Delay the Super Dash so that they reflect a little too early. Well, he tried the fuzzy in the middle of the screen. Vanish the vanish. Yeah, you have to commit bar to that, and I think when you're behind, that always hurts. 2H. He had so much time to see it because he ran under. And the level 3 with Goku here. Little bit of blue life on 16, but gonna bring in full health Goku. Try to maybe run some kind of offense here. Other side, good block from Fenrich.
And Goku, another character that's so great at controlling the neutral, blows him up with a 2M. That's going to be a 2-0 lead for Dogra.
And you saw that little stagger where Fenrich was like, all right, I should do standing out. But that 2M from Goku just goes so far. You can stagger from super far away and still clip him.
We talked about how good Vegeta was at controlling a lead at the beginning of the game. I think Goku has come to be one of the strongest characters in that aspect as well, right? The slide knockdown off any Ki Blast is so strong.
Yeah, and also he has good, solid ground buttons, right? His 2M is really good as well. His level 3 gives him pressure after, even if it's not like something super amazing, like 18. He still gets something after, which is always nice. And Dogra, man, he's one game away from cleaning this up and moving himself into the top 8 tomorrow, which I think in the beginning of the year, for most of the year, a lot of people expected him to be there. But in the last half of the year, he maybe hasn't been performing as well as some of the other candidates like Moke, maybe Tachikawa, stuff like that.
Okay, it looks like there was a discrepancy. We're going to go back to the character select real quick. Dogra again up 2-0 here in our grand finals of LCQ1. And do not go anywhere on twitch.tv/DragonBallFighters because LCQ2, which is already underway, is coming up right after this.
Yeah, just jumping into it back to back to back. We saw tons of Dragon Ball, already, and we're just going to be kind of keeping it up all day. If you guys have your favorite player, maybe you didn't get to see him in this LCQ, you better be rooting for him in the next one because they're going to have to fight all day long in these LCQs to try and throw hands with the best of them, get that last chance to qualify for the top 8 tomorrow.
And the Cyclops Osaka boys are our first grand finals. One of them will move on. One of them will have to go through the grueling stage of another LCQ.
You know what scares me? I really thought that if any guy was going to be the guy to get multiple top 2s or something, it's going to be Fenrich. I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried.
I felt pretty similar, honestly. Fenrich coming into this, I think, is a favorite of going far, but in grand finals, you just might run into some problems, so much like Dogra here.
That air dash H again to clean him up. Oh, boy, running out of life already. Is there a sparking situation? He tried to bait it. That was the bait we saw earlier. He delays the spark, but there's the air-to-air with that jumping L. This is big for Fenrich, right? He's going to build a lot of bar because he's in spark.
Oh,
he
no.
missed the combo.
All right, scramble situation here. Tries to reflect, gets blown up by the Vegeta assist. Fenrich with a big break.
Yeah, this is huge. He's going to have Bardock for the extension at the end of this as well as the Vegeta assist. Doesn't even go for it. No, he missed the combo. What's happening to Fenrich? Well, he went through to the Javelin. So he vanishes to beat it. The Dragon Rush, snap him in. Oh, boy, Fenrich is having some issues. How often do you see drops like that?
Yeah, the 2-0 lead might be getting to him a little bit, but either way, he needs to compose himself here. He got the first character kill. It cost him his sparking, but that's no big deal. He's used to killing the first character by spending his sparking anyway.
Yeah, even if he didn't get a TOD and build a bunch of bar, he got the kill. So a lot of resources for Dogra now. A lot of his offense with 16 has been that staggered run up low. There it is. He doesn't have sparking, obviously, but still a humongous start. Look at the damage on this.
Oh my goodness, we're already over 50%.
And he hasn't even gone down to the Vegeta assist, into the Dragon Rush. 4 meters on deck. Look at how much he just did. Boom, boom. He's got 1 bar after. Oh my god, 90% no sparking.
That was wild. Even did more than 50% blue life with 1 combo.
All right, we'll see what Dogra has here. Hold the Vanish, stays in front. Hold the Vanish, air dash over. Caught him walking.
Recognized Fenrich was willing to block right there. Now looking for a reflect or a DP. He takes advantage of it.
Yeah, gonna take the snap.
Oh, the straight command throw.
And he's gonna spend raw level 3 as much damage as he can get, but he's out of sparking. So Dogra's gonna have to do the rest of this just off the merit of what he's got. It's this 16 Goku and the overhead.
The classic 6M into assist. Fenrich not looking for it.
Old faithful, right? When you're looking for a Dragon Rush, when you're looking for, you know, Super Dash, you're looking for all these different things on offense, you're not ready sometimes for the simple stuff. So when you get hit by that online, don't worry.
Yeah.
Even the best players get hit by it.
And grand finals of LCQs.
All right, drop here. He's got 5 meters on deck. Spend 3 of them with Goku. I like him keeping 16 in the back. He's already lost a lot of life, right? And you want to try to spend some of this meter with Goku. Maybe use the 16 assist while you're at it. All right, punish on the guard cancel. I wonder if we'll see the snap or if he's just going to take as much damage as he can. Since there's no sparking left, yeah, none of this is going to be recoverable. Played it nice and safe.
And then Dogra, he's almost going to have that 16 assist back as well. The backdash 2M. We talk about the distance on that over and over.
It's so far away. I love the extension in the 16, so it's a 1-bar kill. Dogra, 1 character away from being our first qualifier.
And a potential 3-0 grand final, sending a message.
And if you're Fenrich, you gotta have to start composing here. The Super Dash works out. Extension again. He's got 4 meters on deck, actually. Level 1, level 1. 1 more after to try to get the kill. This is a ton of damage, but he's gonna lose a little bit. Dogura does it. Your first LCQ champion. 3-0 over Fenrich. Boy, oh boy, did he clean that one up.
A grand finals that was definitely a throwback to the first part of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Cyclops Osaka, Cyclops Osaka, and Dogra, one of the premier elite players at the start of this game, taking his rightful spot in top 8 of the World Tour Finals.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as good as he can play, right? He's had second at other qualifiers as well through the year. I mean, congratulations to Dogra. You guys got a little preview. We're going to get a chance to chat with him up on the stage there. Tasty Steve, we got a translator to talk to Dogra, see how he's feeling. And, you know, he knows his first opponent is going to be Hook Gang God.